wish that I could see your faces. And it's funny how we sometimes have to lose things to really appreciate them. And through all of this craziness, I've come to truly, truly, truly appreciate the communities that I get to be a part of, and all these amazing, beautiful people that I get to see every day. And I miss you. With that, I thought, you know, we're being saturated with all sorts of videos on movement, and that's such a beautiful gift. So take advantage of that and definitely keep moving your bodies. And I thought I would come in and remind us of why yoga. We can go for a walk. It's been such amazing weather, sunshine, or even run, hike. All of these things are incredible. But yoga is something different. It's a whole nother layer. And yoga is so incredibly important because yoga works the entire being. This is the practice of divine union of mind, body, and spirit. And right now, not only do we need to nurture our bodies and keep our bodies healthy, but a big aspect of that is making sure that we're keeping our minds healthy as well. And the mind right now is taking in so much negativity. We're digesting through our bodies this whatever is coming in through these mental streams. So I thought, why not? Let's take a moment of stillness and anchor into the mind, into taking the mind and bringing it into the body. My favorite practice. So if you would join me, just taking and finding a comfortable seat. And again, your seat may look different. You might even sit up onto a chair like this. You know, I also welcome you to lay on your back or child's pose, or whatever feels comfortable. Because again, the idea is not to be struggling in the physical body and allow that to be a distraction. So just getting comfortable. For me, I'm going to take cross legs, and I will usually place my hands onto my knees with my palms up, and I tend to find a mudra. Today I'm going to bring the tip of the pointer finger and thumb together. This is Gyan Mudra, Mudra of Divine Wisdom. And then just closing your eyes. The act of closing the eyes alone is this opportunity to separate ourselves from the distraction of the external world, all the chaos. And we get to look at the impact that this distraction or this external world has made on the inner realm. So we close our eyes and we move inwards, becoming aware of the physical body. Just taking your attention, your awareness, and moving it from your toes, your legs, your hips. And without judgment, you're just observing where you may be holding tension. And maybe as you notice any tension in the body, you take an opportunity to try and soften into those places. If your shoulders are up nice and high, maybe you let the shoulders relax down away from the ears. Oftentimes the tension hides in the chest. And you'll take a moment to soften around the chest or the belly. And then become aware of your face. So many tiny muscles in the face. The muscles just between the eyebrows that we utilize when we're concentrating. And take a moment to soften those. Soften your forehead and your jaw. that we've arrived into the physical body with the mind, begin to tune into your 5 senses. And instead of using your 5 senses as a distraction to pull you away from this moment, see if you can use them to anchor you into this moment. Become aware of the sounds. Maybe outside of the room that you're in. Maybe even outside of the building that you're in. You might hear cars, planes, maybe voices in the distance. And try not to label these sounds, but just listen to them for the sheer quality or energy that they're offering. And then move your awareness to the sounds just in the room you're in. Letting your mind bounce from sound to sound, listening carefully and intently. And then move this awareness to the sounds on your mat or within your body. You might be able to hear the heart beating, or the sound of a buzzing, like white noise in the right ear. Start to tune into your breath. Just observe the breath, so you're not altering it or changing it. You're just watching it. You're noticing when the inhale happens, when it spontaneously arises. And then you're noticing the exhale. And there may be a pause at the bottom of the exhale before the desire to inhale arises again. And just observe that pause, that space. You might also notice a pause at the top of the inhale. And just continue to watch the natural flow of the breath. But see if you can tune into the space between the breaths. Settle into the space at the top of the inhale. And then you'll notice the exhale. And anchor in the space at the bottom of the exhale. The more that we practice this awareness, the noticing of the physical body as it resides in this moment, the observation of the mind, we discover that we are neither of these things. That in fact we are not the physical body. But instead we are the aspect of consciousness that is observing the physical body. We are not the mind, but we are the consciousness that the thoughts sit on or flow through. So the more that we can notice the space between the thoughts, and the space between the breaths, it's there that we can access our true self, our true nature. Which is not disturbed or shaken or changed or altered by our external experiences. It is always an infinite well of peace. And when we can reside in that layer of consciousness, even briefly, where we remove the mask of the physical body or the stories or perceptions of the mind, we take away all that can cause us suffering. All the emotions begin to fall away: fear, angst, frustration. They can't exist in that space. There's just peace. Let's anchor into that space for the next 10 breaths. Just notice the space between your thoughts, between your breaths. It's in this space that we feel whole, we feel complete. We don't need anything or want anything. There is no ego. There's no resistance. And as we reside in this space, our true nature, where we feel whole, and complete. We can feel love. Not the love that is attachment, desire, or needs, or wants. But the love that is complete and whole. That resides in the center of your being. Try and feel this love. Think of those closest to you, those people that are easy to love, family, friends, animals. And as your heart begins to fill up with this sense of love, imagine you're sending this wave of love to every person, even those you haven't talked to in a while but are close to your heart. Friends, family. Maybe imagine that you're placing a invisible force field around them and just filling them with love so they're safe and protected. See them receiving this love, smiling. Now imagine all of those people who maybe aren't as close to you, but you come into contact with them, people that help you at the grocery store, or those that are working in hospitals right now and doctors' offices, all the people that you just encounter in your day-to-day living. Sort of see them all in your mind's eye. Maybe imagine all of them in the future and in the past, and just gently send a wave of love to all of them. Maybe imagine them receiving this love, and just for a moment they feel good, they feel connected to somebody, they smile. And now imagine all the people that maybe you won't come in contact with, that maybe are struggling, they don't have food or water, they're without shelter, they feel alone. Children, animals hurting, physical pain, emotional pain. And just send some love to all of them. Lastly, I want you to find all of the people in your mind who have caused you hardship, struggle, have hurt you. This could be way in the past. These could be people in your future that may show up. This could be people that have brought to you great pain, physically, emotionally. And try and open up your heart and knowing that they must be suffering. See if you can send them some love. Maybe send them compassion or whatever it is it may be that they were lacking in that moment where they caused you harm. Imagine they're receiving that essence. They're learning how to be kind, compassionate, how to open up their heart. When you're ready, you can slowly begin to open up your eyes, coming back into this space. And we'll just take our hands and place them together at our hearts. As always, I offer my practice to the mantra Loka Samasta Sukhino